Right, legends, welcome to... where's the recorder part? It's vanished. Oh, there it is. Test, yeah. I'm going to put the mic closer to me because for some reason I have to. That's better. Oh, it's too close, too close. Okay. So, finally, got started. So, sorry about the delays. We're going to do a live market review. It's going to be a mix of FX. Thanks, Grant. Just in case, I know myself, I sometimes do forget. So let's get started. What I'll be looking for, the short I took yesterday was based on, okay, this was holding, and I think, like I said, so just for the recording sake, I've got it around 2750s, just over 2200s above that. I've got a half a size short, and I believe I was a bit early, okay? I thought we would be okay, so let me get the actual chart out that we used for it. Was it this one? Yeah, here. And I thought, see, maybe either I should have used a wider stop, because I was thinking then, I should have used it above here. But the risk was in place. I thought, okay, that's fine. If I get stopped, it's another trade. And at least then, I can go with more confidence after the breakdown. So this is why, if it's a loss, it doesn't matter. And also, FUSD hadn't reached the 50% mid-range of last week, which we'll cover as well as Confluence, which just so happens it has nearly nailed it. We'll be explaining all of that in detail. So I am short half size. I'm going to cut here above here, and I'm going to go towards here as target 1, target 2. Okay, so those are the main targets, and possibly there. You look at the deviation mid-range, which is also the range level. So it's only half a size. We've had plenty of wins this week, so taking a loss, it shouldn't faze you, because if you're taking so many wins, either you completely manage the winners wrong, which shouldn't be happening, okay? And if it is happening, you got to go back and fix that. You got to look into it. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. You need to know okay, why is that? And then when you journal, that's how you know. But I'm well above in the green, so we should all be. I mean, it's not signal service, even though sometimes I trade shares, it's not signals. I should do it sometimes. The plan should be enough. But my main thesis idea for this was, it was a range level there, and I thought, okay, the minimum is hit. And even if it does squeeze up, it should be here. My stop loss placement was wrong. So I'm going to note it. And I'm also going to note, F had a bit of upside to go. So, yes, that was the mistake. So, in the journal, system isn't wrong. Even if the trade is wrong, doesn't mean your trading plan system, whatever you want to call it, is not designed to give you 100% strike rate. You got to remember that. And after each loss, I know many seem to think, oh, I'm trading wrong, and they look for something else. No, you just accept it. You go over. Firstly, you have to prove your system works first, okay? And that's proven over time. At least start with some sort of back testing, and forward testing results is going to really tell you. And then, okay, and then in time, you start to make it better and better and better and refine it, okay? It's not going to go, you made it, that's it, stuck there. I always refine it. My point being, you shouldn't be phased. Get on. So, my mistake was here, but would I have done it again? Possibly I usually yes, because I had part of me, but sometimes I thought, okay, if I get stopped, I'll get back in. So, number one reason was the range level. Number two reason, okay, so I'm just explaining this trade before we move forward, was the dollar index. We'll be speaking about the dollar index. I'm not going to repeat everything about the dollar index, because if I keep repeating the same thing, first, it's draining. Secondly, it's stupid, okay? You back test to see how it looks like. The real testing is forward test, that's it. Keep it simple. There's no overthinking it. Secondly, well, our views on the dollar index haven't changed. It's just consolidating. So this had swing failed that into support. So when the dollar moves, what happens to the rest of the market? Usually, they go the other side, don't they? So I thought, okay, I still had the confidence from that idea that, you know what, our bias is short-term bearish. Not only that, we're still below January's high, aren't we? We have not retested that, so we caught all this leg down, and then we changed our bias for you. You don't change your bias for that, okay? I mean, bigger picture, you don't. If you change your bias, then firstly, there's something wrong. Okay, you gotta really think about what the fuck you're doing, because this is still within general range, and this is just a pop up higher. Okay, so don't take it wrong way. It's nothing wrong. It's just does it make sense as to why to completely change your macro bias? Okay, short term longs is fine, and I always said the moment we get above here, then we can say it's the breakout play, right? 1 second, give me 1 second, just answer the phone. I'm just entering this trade just for the session's sake, and then I'll explain it once I'm off it, okay? I'm entering a short here, just for the live session. So it's 26.67 when we called it. I'm in a bit higher, but just for the session's sake, so it looks live. Doesn't make a difference, only a couple of dollars. Okay, and my stop, I'm just gonna place it here, around here for now. It's the hard stop, but if it starts, I like to be a bit wider, but if it starts pushing up, I'm gonna cut it. So I have a wider stop usually, but if it starts breaking above here, I cut it earlier if I can. Reason why is because Bitcoin's nature is it squeezes higher, doesn't it? So a couple of times what I've noticed is the idea is fine, but it squeezes a bit higher. So what I tend to do is you can fit your proper risk within here. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to have out there, but once it starts breaking down, so for example, say, just explaining it quick, we'll do it in detail. It's just my account, I have to do important. He needs to ask me something, so it's really important. If it gets back below, starts breaking down, then say for example, this becomes a deviation, and then we can tighten it, and then we add the rest. Okay, so if you, it gives you peace of mind saying, oh, I've done too much of a small size than my normal risk, I don't want to miss out. Well, that's fine, because we've catered for that. So psychologically, you're okay with it. And psychologically, it's also, you make a habit of doing that. You'll be okay if you're unsure. And because normally what people do is, the first position, they feel like there has to be a full risk. Do you feel that? I have to be a full risk, and the only reason I don't take it is because I don't want to do small risk. Well, that's because you shouldn't be thinking like that, firstly. But okay, let's go with that. So let's overcome that. Do a small one. You have no fear of entering the last stop, you do it, don't you? And then you say to yourself, okay, if it confirms, starts breaking down, then add the rest. And then all of a sudden, that stress is gone. Because one of the guys here, I'm just using an example, I'm not saying the name, he entered big position ahead of a news event. And then he said, I stopped out because I used a tight stop because I had a big position. Well, why don't you supposed to be doing a smaller size with a wider stop, completely opposite. But it's an example, psychological example of, but it's a psychological example. No, but it's everybody. I use that as an example, him as an example. But it's everybody here really. It was me as well. Sometimes it still is. It's because I'm thinking about the size rather than the trading. Think about that for a second. You're thinking about the position size on P&L rather than following the process, because you just ruined a good trade idea, and then you're gonna blame the system or plan. But the plan was the same. The plan told you, use wider stop. What are you doing? That's on you then, isn't it? But we can't blame the system. See what I mean? So you overcome that. Okay, wider stop, smaller position. Then you can add. So you're already going to add, but it's that impatience. I want to do it now. I want it to go now. I want to make the money now. And if you're going to think like that, you're never going to make it. Okay? It took me ages to actually just something similar. What the fuck am I doing? I kept doing it. I don't know. I've been there as well. So whatever you're feeling, I've done it as well. I'm telling you because I've done it way worse than you. I've just been doing it longer. That's why I've overcome it. But I've probably done it worse than most of you guys that I've developed. So believe me, if you think you're doing stupid, I'm 10 times as stupid at the time. It's normal. Everybody is. You just admit it. But okay, you know the position size. I just why to stop there. The main target's going to be here. But I always use that because this is a rank level. So hang on, 19730.8. I like to get it here. 19730.8, 19730. I'm not going to post this to the feed. This is for, because there's explanations behind this that would understand, but it's also caters for, because it's not a signal service, okay? But people that don't join, that's fine. They can watch the recording, because if you say, oh, I missed the trade, well, it's not a signal service. If you want to learn the trade idea, which should be your real intention, you got to watch the video, aren't you? So I do it on purpose, because then it forces you to learn. Because if you're not watching it, that means you're only here for signals. So people say, can you post the idea? No, I'm not going to post it, because that means you're here for the signals. So even though I say you're not for the signals, you go, but can you post it anyway for my learning? I go, where's your learning in that? No, the learning in watching the videos. So he's lying to himself. You're lying to yourself, whoever it is. I can still catch you out. You've just caught this. dug yourself in. I go, you want the signal? But that's not learning. Learning is okay. Go back to the video. I've told you there. You see what I mean? See, this is the thing. So, firstly, no, you can watch the video and it's better. Will this be uploaded? Yes, everything is uploaded. All the videos uploaded, okay? Every single recording, even if you can't make it, is uploaded. So this guy's on... Oh shit, my counter's on the phone. Okay, let me get this over. Give me 5 minutes after this. Be going on, right? He's there. He's texting me because, are you there? Sorry, everything's all in one go today because I'm going back home. Couple hours. So, here, half size. And then and if it goes, it goes. So the fuck what? Thought it was your dealer. No, it's my accountant. No. I'm gonna go back. So yeah, you understand the issue, idea, and then also ES. Let's quickly get the ES. GC still falling now. Look at that. Look at that beauty we did yesterday, and that was the same trade as last week. And let me know, this guy's getting pissed off. So actually no, he's working for me, so he can get fucking wait. I'll tell you, upper base. You can go fuck off, prick. And let me text him and say, shut the fuck up. You're working for me, bitch. You stand the line as long as you want. I just realized that. Shut the fuck up. I'll buy another one. That will fucking wait. He gets paid well as well. Now he's complaining. I take him out for good meals. I take him out to nice restaurants. What the fuck's he complaining about? I'm gonna tell him that when he comes off. 1 second. Sometimes you know in a restaurant you feel like, oh, I'm being rude. I will be rude. I'm fucking doing something. Anyways. Gold was given. Yeah, I know it was. That's another idea. That's why I was shorting gold. Remember? I said gold, everything's lined up. It was just a bit of a squeeze. Cryptos, a squeeze a bit. So this was falling yesterday, and PW News. Okay, I'm not gonna be that rude because that is rude, but and he's doing his job because he's got other clients as well, and I'm making it as out about myself. But so what? Because I can. A couple of minutes won't, and I'll make it up to him. I'll take it for a nice meal. Give him a little extra. But he's fucking rich as fuck anyway, so I'm not sure why I'm thinking that. But anyways. It was down here, so everything lined up for a down move. So I think it may happen. Yeah, so all the ideas there. So I'm gonna quickly give him a call. You guys know the idea. Okay, so everybody's clear with the idea? Does that make sense? So the main thing is, does it make sense as to why I've taken it? Okay. The reason why I was thinking I was wrong before is my issue. Okay, I made the mistake. But will I take it again? Yes, because no problem. Next trade. Is the idea over? No, the big idea. Someone asked me to stop here. Yes, I think, you know what, sensible thing would be here, but because crypto has the nature of spiking these levels, that's why I left above here. But yes, if you want to start off like developing, use the ultimate place where you believe that you can't be wrong. Well, if you're right, you won't slip up. Put it there. Okay? Wait, I'll explain. No, target. Each range of is target. So yeah, target, because if you're correct, should be ignored. But you can take some off along the way. But yeah, that's the range levels here there. There, fill that in. Take out these stops. Then this is January's mid-range, then there. So if you're first developing, what I would do is say, just put a stop there, because it's not real money. It's paper trading. If you're doing real money, you're doing it to yourself, okay? Let yourself be proven you can trade, and then use real money, because then you make money quicker. So there, because then you can do this and be fine. And then in time, you'll refine it naturally yourself. Okay, give into the process. And once you give into the process, you'll develop so much quicker than those that are still doing the same thing. They're still there, and you're making your own paycheck at that point. Okay, I wish I had done it quicker. I did it quite quick because I'm just a degen when I do it. But I could have done it a lot quicker, a lot less losses. But it is what it is. I wouldn't change it because it's because of those experiences that I made that. So people say, oh, don't do this, that, the other. Well, sometimes you have to learn. You have to go through that yourself. You know, we say don't do that, but because in a way it's negative. Because don't make the mistakes I made. Well, you have to make the mistakes to know it. You won't know the impact or the feeling or the reality of your mistake until you feel it, don't you? If you told me, oh, don't kill somebody, but I feel like this. Okay, all I've taken from that is, okay, I know it's wrong, but I don't know what it feels like. You know, when you actually do it yourself, then, because the emotions, you say, my soul's gone, I can't live with myself. See that is the learning process, isn't it? Sleepless nights, shit, man, I can't eat, I took this loss. Well, otherwise, I would be telling you, It's not, it hurts and I can't, it's stressful when I take a loss. Okay, you haven't felt it. You've just taken, okay, just words, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? Now, it's okay, to an extent they say, okay, don't do this because sometimes it can be detrimental to your account, like going all in. Okay, that's different. Those extreme ends. Okay, so a problem is not the same. All problems are not the same. There's different levels. Okay, so me telling you, okay, don't fucking carry a gun. Okay, that's extreme end. Or, I don't know, don't kill somebody. That's extreme end. But with trading, use a stop loss, even if it's wider. And whatever you do, make sure the damage is limited. That is enough. Make your mistakes, but don't do it so to the extent where you can't come back. Does that make sense? Because not everybody can top up their account. Not everybody can come back from it. You know, that's it. So if you're the type of person that, okay, don't make your mistakes, but limit them. Okay, cushion them. That's okay. But you're gonna make them. You're gonna do it anyway. And if you can't cushion them, that's something basic like that. You will. Well, the only way you learn you're not into this is blowing up. It's a harsh reality. Okay, I'm taking the piss with him. I'll be back. Give me 4 or 5 minutes, okay? Give me 4 or 5 minutes. Take your break, get a coffee, whatever. Ready to trade, and I'll be back when I'm back, okay? I'll put a post update. I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. I'm live still here. I have to take this. Recording on, because I've been through that, okay? So you all know the reasoning behind this. Now, different ways of looking at this, okay? So we're using the January's range, obviously. Yes, you have to watch the recording. Don't copy it. I've explained the risk behind it. Yes, you have to watch the recording because then you're learning. Otherwise, you look for signals. A half size. So what we're looking for is I've done a smaller size for this reason, and I've already explained. For those that joined earlier, you know the reasoning behind why I got in. So for those that didn't, I'm not going to repeat it. You have to watch the recording. So it's still valid. Okay, so we've done that. Now for the adding part. Okay, so if you think about it, is there another range? I'm going to look for another range of a chart for the refinery. So there was one more. Was it on the SZ one? This? Because I had the range levels for this. Remove this. Hang on. The September range levels. Yes. See, I didn't listen to this. There we go. There's a bit of a mess there. Yep, there we go. So this is, hang on, this was the July, hang on, was this July one? There were so many levels here, right? Yeah, that's that July's range. So, again, those that have been watching the videos, they will not see it there. NKA, well done, Ledge. I know you've been watching the videos, haven't you? So, because he's already told me what I was going to say. This is July. See what I mean? When I go through the charts, if you've been watching it, you know exactly what I'm getting at now. You use one range for macro, the other range for entries, the other range for entries. Exactly, see. I'm happy there because that's exactly how I see it, and now you're seeing it yourself. Top man. Or woman, I don't know. Are you a man or woman? Sorry, because you can't tell. Is it MK or fuck? Shit. It could be a woman, I'm calling you man. But anyways, sorry, because it could have been. I used to, see, when you see EM, I think Emma straight away, you know, your mind just goes to that female name. But yeah, could be both. But yeah, real traders go both ways. So, yeah. Joke. Anyways, let's carry on. So that's the July's range. And that was the first high made in July. Okay. But that range, and look at this. It's a retest. And now this retest, you're going to be, this is why I said for the wider stack, guys, we could do this and drop, we could do all sorts. When is the real high probability trade? Now, I always say, once it tops out, then you know. What do I mean by that? Because this could still be valid, show bigger picture, and still go down. But this is where the deviations tell you. So the deviation is not just the entry trigger, it's telling you when the top's in, which sort of overlaps anyway. But my point being is if it's going to do a deeper pullback, say it does that, okay? Well, let it do its thing, but the moment it's back below there, you know the top's, well, the probability the pullback's done, isn't it? Because then the deviation means you got a clear risk. And after the deviation is when you can go in with confidence and with higher probability. Do your proper size, because often the time we see the deviation, we've been at the chart and the deviation's happening, and then we don't have a problem, do we? Do you know why we have the problem? Is waiting for it. Have you noticed that? When we're waiting and sitting there, then we have a problem. Oh, I can't wait. That's when your losses come. But say, oh, I just hit the chart. Oh, it's doing the deviation already. Oh, I've already got the high probability play. Then it's okay, isn't it? You don't have a problem. And you say, yes, good winner, good executed plan, and you got the confidence, and you made a lot of money, and then boom, all of a sudden, I'm waiting for the deviation. I'll give all that back and more because I couldn't wait for this. Does that make sense? Anybody feeling that? Yes, because I did as well. We're all feeling it. Okay, so back to my point is, so this is why I do smaller risks. So this is why if you want to go in, and that's why I've done small. So it's not, you see, this is why I'm not going to post this, because look at the explanation behind it. Now if I just posted it, they say, oh, the trade idea is wrong. No, we've done a small. We don't care about being wrong really, because it doesn't hurt as much, or we can wait. But you wouldn't be able to get that if I just posted that. So this is why certain things I can post, certain things we have to watch the recording, and otherwise you're also telling me, yeah, you're here for the wrong reason. Okay. So now you sort of understand. Good job, Em. I like it when people listen. DM me. I've got a surprise for you, just for knowing that you try to get free lifetime access. Because I appreciate when people put the work in and they can see the results. So DM me your free lifetime. So having said that, if you want free lifetime, prove it. But anyways, no, not everybody. But anyways, you get the point. So that's the point I'm making. So if you want to wait, you wait. And if I was to clean the chart up, okay? If I was to clean the chart up, the other guy that I used to like, student, you remind me of him, is Aryan. The guy Aryan is one of my students. He used to work so hard. And he didn't used to ask questions. He did ask questions, but he studied non-stop. Never used to heard of him. I was like, he's still about. Because all of a sudden, he used to remind me 3-4 months later because he used to play crypto. I go, I don't even see you on Twitter. But he used to study so hard, like non-stop. He only asked questions when he had one. He took the material, and that's how I did it. I never asked anybody questions. I figured the answer out myself through the charts, because he reminded me of myself, and that he's very good. He's like probably better than me. I don't know. I've just relaxed a bit because I've just got to that point where I don't really need to. I'm just going to ship posting and just it reached a stage where, you know what, it doesn't make a difference, but you still want to do it. But my point being is, put the work in and then you ask. Some people, they don't want to put the work in and say, well, what's this? I go, if you looked at the chart, watch the video, you'd know. But that's when I know you're not going to make it. And then I get a bit abrupt till the point where I say, I just block you without even replying. Because you're not putting the work in. You can ask, but if I know that the answer's there, you're not working, or you're not got the intellect to do it. I'm sorry, you have to have some sort of cognitive ability to do it. If something's so obvious and you can't, for your own sake, you're not going to make it later on. You're going to blow your own account up. So me being harsh with you now is actually good, because you're going to ruin not your life, your family's life if you got kids. And you have to accept it. The only reason not, because, well, you just want money, which is fine, but you're going to ruin yourself. My point being, it's a natural SR level. If it was to do whatever pull up, it could do that. Okay. Yeah, but this is why not everybody's gonna make it in the market, which is fine. You're not gonna help everyone. You don't frustrate yourself out. Not everybody here is gonna make it. Unfortunately, you're not. But if you do what it takes, you will. Sometimes it's a good thing to say not everybody's gonna make it, because then now people are here thinking, shit, I'm not gonna be that person. What if it's me? So automatically you say, fuck that. I'm gonna prove you wrong by doing it. And that point, sometimes it takes one thing. You pushing yourself to the extent where you wouldn't normally, because either stubbornness, which is not a bad thing, or there's no plan B. That's when you make it. So not everybody here is going to make it. Just fact. Okay. You'll find out. It doesn't mean the market's wrong, just you can't do it. But if you want to give you the best, yourself the best opportunity, well, I'm not lying. I'm just telling you the fact. You don't really need to get angry at me. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You just say, I haven't got it. Not everybody's cut from the same cloth. Okay? Some people can, some people can't. Maybe you're decent and different. Now either prove me wrong, put the work in, and something you couldn't do before because you pushed yourself to that extent, now you can. And say, hang on, why did I tell myself you can't? Well, now then you open other avenues in your life where you think, I could do something I thought I couldn't. I'll tackle that as well. And the confidence comes, experience comes. Before you know it, you're a fucking killer. apex alpha, and you can do anything. Because then you can do anything in life. Now you can be that confidence. If you're overweight, I'll fucking get ripped more than in. That confidence will give you the ability. Say fuck you, I'm gonna get more shredded than you, and that guy's then coming up to you because it's that fucking drive, isn't it? See, once you overcome that thing that you thought you couldn't, you have that drive to do anything. That's why I don't fear nothing. I mean, in the sense where any problem, that mentality comes from you do one thing in life that you couldn't, the confidence comes and it's proven to yourself. You just keep doing it because then you've got that drive to do it. Whereas before you're just a pussy. I'll give up. That's it. I can't do. Complain. I blame this market. Nah, you don't. And then every other aspect of your life improves from that one thing. Okay, you can't give a fuck then. So and then it's a knock-on effect with the rest from that one thing. But yeah, from also really that also thing is that's just a fake. That's a business thing. Address thing. Yeah, people think they can get my address from the thing. You can't. It's a online thing, and it goes there, and then it goes to somewhere else, and so my address, whatever from listed. That's not well. That's not where I live. But it's listed there for a reason. Some people are so fucking weird. Not you. I mean, there's trolls online. I go, you'll never find me if I say I'm in England. I'll say I'm in England, but I'm in another country. I always post afterwards because I used to put a few pictures or something. I was in Spain once, and I was at the beach, and I posted this picture of a paella, whatever you want to call it, how you pronounce it. I always the plate and the sand. Guy DMs me within 2 minutes saying, I work there. I go, you son of a bitch, I'm in another country, thinking on a beach somewhere, and nobody knows. He goes, I work there. He goes, this restaurant. I go, you son of a bitch. Then I looked around, I go, shit. Automatic reply was, oh, I was there earlier. I'm thinking, okay, where is he? And I'm the only one there. He's gonna know. And he goes, just so happens I was off that afternoon, but say there, I'm coming in 2 hours. I go, oh, I've already left. I go, shit. From then on, so I post something, I'm gone. Fucking hell, because it's fucking creepy. You don't know who. It's not about, oh, you know what I mean? It's just, you don't know who you're coming across. You know what I mean? You got weirdos online. People say, oh, why don't you meet? I go, I don't want to meet everybody here. I mean, I don't know you. You know, it's easy for you to say, but you got fucking sickos here. You know what I mean? It's like, some of you may be good, but fine. But you gotta remember, it's not just you, it's about 100 others coming at me. And some are weird, and just they think they know you so well, and fucking hell. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna need to know you, man. Just keep it at a distance, man. Fuck off, man. Hold on. So then, from then on, I go, yo, this is freaky, man. Anyways, let's get back to that point. So, I'm getting sidetracked. Let me get all the points out of the way with them. We can just sidetrack. So, questions, just keep it to a limit. Let me just get what I have to. So, third size, in case you get stopped out, because it's still valid. And then once it does the deviation, whether it's whatever it is, and then once it gets back below, that's the main play. Okay? So, that's that. The other players, where we got this range level, if it does squeeze up, that's fine. Maybe there, wait for it. Okay? And so this would be there. If it gets back below here, because the overall context suggesting possibly lower, that would be the short trigger below, breaking a hole below, and then we expect the breakdown. Okay? Target, by this area here, really. And then possibly towards there. Now the big bounce is coming from here. Remember when we were here? And I said possibly lungs, but okay. Lungs within this range till proven otherwise. Now I didn't take the lung because the other bigger range level proved it, but this is just a natural bounce. Whether it's gonna make a low like this, see the point is bigger picture view. Yes, it's a key level. Breaking this one level does not mean it's gonna go all the way up. Okay? Breaking this level all the way up would be context-wise. So say for example's sake, we were like this. So say this area is like this. So this is where the context matters. Zoomed out view matters. And I'll show you a simple example. And it says a lot in a minute. So say we've got all this range. And say this is this. Okay? Then I would be very, very bullish this. Looking for the breakout. Does that make sense? Point one. Just focus on this for now. Focus on this. However, this same pattern we'll do here. Macro resistance. Well, it's a different avenue now. Okay, this is macro resistance here, that's macro resistance there. You see the difference? I know something, I'm explaining something simple, but yes, you have to, because sometimes if you don't, or yeah, see, this is the part of journaling. Yes, you know the problem. You have to write it down and say, oh, okay. And the more you write it down, that leads to you making less mistakes. You're making mistakes because see, it's subconsciously you're engraving it in your mind. Writing something down is engraving it in your mind because you're taking the action to do it. For example, say you can't just say, "Oh yes, if I work out, then you only learn how to like lift weights properly is you have to do it. It's not just lifting weights. You do it, you're gonna do it right, but then eventually you fix your form and stuff, isn't it? That's why you start off. Sometimes you go to the gym, right, and guys do also workouts. And, you're doing it wrong. Something always got an issue. Even if you are doing it, no, you do that. That's just people there. Don't get pissed off at them. Say, yeah, okay, that's fine. That's when they stop. Because some people's got an ego thing. Oh, no, you have to do it like this. Like on Twitter, I've taken my trade. I've taken a lot. That person thinks they're doing it the best way, and theirs is the only way. Like someone told me, oh, but you be shorting. Yeah, I can make less of a move, but that move I made is probably your net worth. And I caught a 4% move. I don't need a 4% move. What does 4% move mean? Are you saying I'm using the same risk as you, same stop as you? I probably do 100 lots. You're doing half a lot, and you caught a massive move. Well, see what I mean? Okay. I don't bench 250. That's 400, man. What are you saying? 250. I bench 400. Don't put me at 250. Joke. But you see my point, right? So saying that. So this, I would say yes, swing. But this, okay, well, it could do that, but I don't know, because at the same time, this could be doing this then. So you're right until there, okay? Now, if we reclaim and hold, even then, we're limited to this high. However, this is in fresh air, so this, I've got the confidence to hold that, okay, even if we do reclaim, that does not mean automatically all the way up. Well, the next resistance is there. Does that make sense? Only if we clear this, then that. So this is those little points are people overlook all the time. I sometimes do it because at the time, right, when I was doing the chart, I go, yes, when it was here, I go, yeah, if you clear that, then, we're going to go all the way up to new high. But then I remind myself, okay, but then when I see that, well, hang on a minute. No, I'm letting motion kick in. It's natural human. But as long as you remind yourself, okay, from there, we've got these two levels then. So you keep that in mind. Because sometimes when you got a massive size here and then you're out on a compound, automatically your mind is going to be gravitated and biased towards the big play. So you say, yeah, when it goes there, and then I'm going to go for all the way there. And then you say, hang on a minute, I'm getting greedy now. I'm getting emotional. I still got to remember these are the targets. So then, look what happens. If I hadn't and I'm holding it there. So this is a good thing to know. And I will get sidetracked off this because it's an important point. When we were going long, I was telling myself targets there in my mind, there, and I'm thinking in my mind, this is going to make me 3 million, that's going to be 400k. And you know what, if I add more here, that's going to double it because I'm getting on early, and all sorts are going through your mind. See, the management part, that's where you're fucking up, isn't it? If we had just, and sometimes you think, hang on a minute, if I just stuck to that long there and hit my target, that's fine, isn't it? When you hindsight, there's my long setup, there's your stop loss, target 1, target 2. It's simple. Where did I got out a bit earlier? I had my reasons there. You know what I mean? It did eventually go a lot higher, but this is where the forward testing comes in. The back testing can be misleading in the sense where it gives you false hope, but you need to know what it looks like. Then the forward testing, there's two parts of back testing, I believe. Is even if you call it back forward testing, because you forget the forward part. The back testing shows you what it's like. The forward gives you the reality. Okay? The back testing gives you the theory, call it, and practical. Call it theory and practical. Theory is the back part, okay, I've read it already. Practical, no, this is the issue, that is the issue. It's not just one straight journey. Does that make sense? Sometimes you have to use a basic analogy and you have to refine it. Sometimes you have to tell someone to do it. Because some people think they back test it. I say, no. It's back and forth, they come together. You can't pass your driving test. Well, in UK, with just a theory test, you have to do the practical as well. They are together. Who's that? They are together. It's a package. Does that make sense? You're not going to know how to drive a car just by reading. You have to actually do it. And this is the doing part. So here, And then so I exited for a reason. Now, it may not work at times, it may work brilliantly at times. But the thing is, you reach a middle ground where in the long term, you're content with it. Because that same setup here, I show examples where it could have reversed. There's no, just because you do something, it doesn't mean the markets do it. It won't do it like that. It changes. So you accept the fact that you can follow your plan and don't get pissed off at yourself as, I should have done this, it went up. No, because at the same time you can do that. You don't know. It's not a black and that's why you have to live in the grey. Okay? Just be content, that's fine. And don't piss, if you piss yourself off, you're going to fuck up. You're going to fuck the stress. Stress gets to your mind and you're going to ruin it. Accept it, move on, done. Okay? So, yes, you went further then, but okay, I'm fine. And then I reminded myself, hang on a minute. Oh, let me get rid of this. And I'm doing this on purpose because this is probably more important and automatically no. And then I reminded myself, hang on a minute, it's not a breakout till it breaks out, if you think about it. So remind yourself, and sometimes I repeat this for on purpose again, because I know some of you are here thinking, shit man, I missed out, this, that, the other. And the moment I say this, hang on a minute, this is the easy part, the real play is here. That gives your mind and heart peace. Yo, I still got a big opportunity. Now you shouldn't be feeling that, but I do it on purpose, because then you get motivation to work. The moment you say, oh, I missed out, and everybody's making money, I'm not going to bother, you probably switch off, go away. Whereas no, keep that moment of a bit of like a second guess or second wind. Say, okay, I'm ready for this now. Okay, it's not over. Not that it is over, but in the initial stages, maybe you have to say certain things to get you to that stage where I don't need to say certain things. Does that make sense? So, when you're a kid, your parents may give you certain advice you don't understand, but then later on you understand why they give you that. You know what I mean? And then you take that and say, you know what, I was like that as well. But okay, even though it's obvious to me, at that stage, it wasn't obvious at the time. So yes, I will. And that's how learning is. Okay? Except, and then in life, you become more mature in your thinking, and you start thinking, and then you start becoming more patient, more wise. One thing leads to another, and becomes a better person overall. Okay? And that's why you have to do it. And then it gives you more motivation, and then you're motivated to do other stuff to become a better person. But yeah, like these sessions, I don't have to. I enjoy doing it. As I'm saying, why do you do this? I fucking love it. I'd love to. Maybe it's my ego thing. It is part of ego. As a man, you have to have ego. Ego is men need ego. It's not a bad thing. People say, "Oh, you're arrogant." Yes, I fucking am arrogant. Yes, I am. But at the same time, you're in my DMs, aren't you? What the fuck? The same woman, they're saying, it's jogging really, and then tell them to fuck off. You're saying I'm arrogant, but at the same time, you're fucking all excited as well, just because of your behavior. It's alpha behavior. You have arrogance drives a man. Okay, it's like when men get together, what do they say? Oh, what do you do? And then women don't talk about that because they're built different. Oh, it's not about the money. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Move, man. Man, oh, what do you do? Nah, you're making that much. How do I do that? Every man here does that, and only men will understand this. You know what I mean? And then they say, oh, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Why do we do that? It's natural, isn't it? So men, if you tell a man it's not about the money, he'll tell you to fuck off. It is. It's not just about it's where you get in life, isn't it? So men think of it differently. At the same time, if you're a woman, you're not going to be with a fucking guy that's fucking a bum. So technically, if it's not about the money, why are you not with a guy that's a bum? But that's okay. You have to understand that female nature is different. And then shut the fuck up, man. Move. But you won't move. You know what I mean? So that's how you're going to do. See, all the guys I'm talking to get it. Okay? And even the women get it, but they don't want to admit it. No, I'm a fucking god, arrogant prick. Oh, go move, bitch. Go then. Fucking hell, it's a lad's place here, me. But you're still here. You're still fucking here. Okay? There we go. The same hoe that's going to be saying, oh, I don't care about the money, she's fucking with the top bowler as well. And the top bowler, if she still speaks like that, I'm going to replace you, get another one, or you can become a side chick, and she'll end up being the side one. And she's not going nowhere because she ain't going to do better. Why do women become like side hoes or second ones? Because they're not going to do better. That's the fact that is, they won't do better. So you think, oh, this, that. No, it's not. Because where are you going to go? You know, Beyonce, cheating on Beyonce. She got money, but she's not going to do better than him. It's fact. He can replace her. It's just anything. But it's not, I'm not saying it's a right thing to do, but it's nature, it's reality. Life is not fair. You accept reality. Not everything is fair. Reality, accept reality. You understand? So, back to my point. Yes, I'm going to get to that point, but I'm getting sidetracked a lot, and I need to finish this shit. I'm going to miss my flight. Anyways, let me get to the point. No more sidetracked. Okay, we have another session or something. This. So my point being is there, and we carry on. Okay, so this could well do this. Like here, it took a couple of attempts and then it broke down. So that distribution part is the part that people fuck up. That's why. But I know you mentioned previous stream. Yeah. I'll come back to you. Right, it's just not clear at the moment. Can we see your thoughts? Yeah, I'll mention it. Yeah, thank you. Let me do the FX part. I'll mention the FX part. I'm going to run through this because I've got to go in about an hour. Otherwise, I miss my flight. But I'm going to get the main content. It's only a 15-minute flight anyway. Back to England. It's got to see parents then back here tomorrow then. An appointment. So my point being this. Let's get through the theory first. Okay. I apologize for those that are wanting the content, but you know what? Deal with it, man. I'm not going to apologize. This is a package. You don't like it, you can do one. Just DM me, I'll give you the refund. Otherwise, I will do things like this because there's a purpose to everything. So, point being is this. Sometimes I try to be polite, and then I say, no, I don't need to be polite in this. Why should I? I'm doing it for your own benefit. I'm apologizing for what? Shut the fuck up. Move. You know what I mean? I'll do how I think. You don't like it? Go. Don't need it. I know. I'm going to remind you, I don't need it. The fuck? How am I apologizing? But anyway, there towards there. Okay? Sometimes you have to be like that because it's not arrogance. It's reality. It's because of that attitude you have to be polite to everybody. No, you don't have to be polite to everybody. People say, I don't agree with you, but I will fight for your rights. No, I fucking won't. It's so stupid. I will die for your rights and your speech. No, you fucking wouldn't. That just sounds good, you pussy. You wouldn't. If somebody's taking the piss out of your mom, I'm going to slap you in the face. I'm not going to say that's wrong. I'm going to fight for your freedom of speech. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? This is because society is sort of conditioning people to thinking like that. No, if you're wrong with it. If you do this, if you come here and attack me, I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean? And then if you do, and then I did it, I told you already. But this is society accepting. You don't find this in other countries. Like do that in China, you see what happens. Okay? Or I don't know, in another country, capital punishment. But anyways, this, that, the other. So that's that there. So my point being, and I'm now going to drill through this. Okay? So either you wait for this. You got this here. Okay? We got, let's say, the target area here. So we're splitting up into ranges. This could be a deviation of here. So whatever it is, point being, and then we break down, short, target, level to level, invalidation above here. If it bounces, cut it. And then the other play to get back in, there, towards there. I've simplified in 2 steps. That's it. Does that make sense? Nah, it's just obvious. I love talking about shit like this. This is why I consider him my mentor, my cousin. That's why he sort of changed it for me, mindset, because he's fucking strong in his mind. I'm like, yo. And then, you know what the key thing is to have a mentor in the sense where it doesn't have to be related to trading. He knows what he's fucking analyzed, mature. I was just lucky, so I can't really say how to find one. And since then, your life changes. Everybody needs one. Even if you're doing well, because it's a mindset. And then, me and him just talk shit like that, but from there, I started off loads of businesses with him. I'm like, something that was small, and I thought it'd be small, that because we got the similar mindset, and he's got his set, I've got my set. Those small businesses make millions now, and I'm not even focused on that. I don't even know what's going on. I check the figures, and I'm not doing nothing, but it starts off like that, and then you need one guy to focus on it, and that's not even my trading, not this, okay? It's just my side things, and it leads to so many aspects, because he had a construction thing, and I said, okay, I'll put that in there. You can do that, because he had the money at the time. And then I don't know how much he's making. He's expanded, because he's focused on what he's really good at. I'm like, wow. And then from there, he's going to be another mate that's good at this, and going to there, and they're going to there. And next thing I know, I'm like, yo, that's what I'm shitposting. Like, it's like, but it starts off from the mindset, and you learn about, you meet people in different businesses, and you learn about everything. It opens empires for you. I mean, I'm still lazy as fuck. I prefer what I do, but he does that now. But that's that there. And quickly go into FUSD. So back to this chart here. If you're not in there, that's the play. Okay? So the level to level for this would be usually this range level. So you get the point. Let's move on now. It's getting ridiculous now. I've got to do something. Using the other range level chart, okay? So this is the other one for confluence purposes. The macro one where we got the long from, you already know this. So just like here, it did the deviation. And where did you come to? This range level. See that there? So now you bring in the other one. Yeah, but you're going to do the same, but you got to start from somewhere, master one thing, the others come to you. So tell yourself, I can only, some people jump from one thing to the other, and then you're not getting nowhere. That's the reason. So you got to change your mindset, because it's only a mindset change that will convince you. Is for me to do the others, I have to do this. And then once you do it, and it stops you from jumping the other guy, because some people try to do too much. And then once you've done it, then it naturally will come to you. So here, but even here, when he did this, it shot up again, didn't it? And then there's another deviation. So this is the key level here. So the only time we'll know it's going to trend lower, and this is where, if you want to wait. But if you're going to take it here, accept the reality that this could just be limited to there and then jump up. Hence why the trend move is when? So before here, it was when it broke here. This time it went. But the trend move at this time would have been if it broke below here. So remember, if you do get your short triggers and it hits the target and it starts level 1, it starts bouncing, remind yourself it pushed all the way back up. So what do? You tell yourself you can either get back in on a rally and a deviation or the breakdown play. That way you're prepared, you can bank profits and you know you can get back in. So with this pair, like this one here, that's why I got stopped out once here, remember? And then we entered again and we went. So say here, that's why I took profits here, knowing that, okay, if it breaks below here, then that's the trending move. Does that make sense? Then we get the trending move. So keep that in mind. If you want to wait, relax and say, you know what, this is where the being picky comes in. Because sometimes I can't be bothered trading, man. Trading, I don't have to do it. So we don't have to do it. So okay, that's why I shitpost sometimes. I just pass time. I enjoy shitposting. Here's like, you got nothing better to do. No. This is better for me to do. I'm waiting for my trade setup, and I want to shitpost. I don't need to be driving this, that, the other. That's because you haven't experienced it. It gets boring. I enjoy sitting here behind the screen, shitposting, being a misogynist. I'm not really one, but I know it triggers them. And then when I want to do that, I'll go do that. So that's better for me at the time. When I want to fucking take the piss with that, I'll go do that. I'll do it when I want to, not how you tell me, and that's contentment. But anyways, they're here, and then that's that play. If you wait for that, that's the high probability play, by the way. So I'll say, people say, oh, you got a bottom, I don't care. This is my niche. That's where I make big money on this move compared to catching all that move. Why? Because now you guys know the reasons why, the probability of the idea, and every time it comes here, it comes up. See what I mean? Okay, so this is the more aggressive trend. So if it was to squeeze up, fine, as long as it hasn't broken that January's high. But once it comes back below here, there's your trigger. Target 1, obviously because that's top. Target 2. If it goes, it goes. If it bounces, take profits. But keep in mind, what I've just said is still capped. The moment it smashes above here, then we go into trend mode. Because as long as below here, it's still range bound, resistance area. And then you know how to get back in. If it doesn't swipe it in one go, from there towards there. That's it. All you need to know is that, and you can either wait, be patient, shitpost, bang the misses, bang the neighbor's misses to pass time, and then when it's ready, you take your execution, you pull out, take your short, hit target, drill it twice again. Because you get that dopamine rush, isn't it? You get that, the trading makes you more excited. And then you just like post on Twitter, smash the misses, ask me anything. Anyways, carry on. So that's that there, done, nothing more to say. FUSD. So it's funny how that works, isn't it? You get the trading on, you wait for your plan, because then you're happy in yourself that you could execute a plan properly, and then you made money, and then you're just like better smashing, trading, you got more wealth, and then, fuck knows, man. But anyways, so, yeah, it's all a effect, isn't it? Carrying on with FUSD. So yesterday, the other day, I posted about... See, all the women here are laughing more than the men. Yeah, but you guys know what I'm like. Look at him. The same ones here, they'll probably be quiet here saying, oh, you fucking prick. You're laughing now, aren't you? No sliding in my DMs. I'm a man of God. Anyways, let's carry on. So, only after 10 p.m. So, we've got this here. Now, yesterday I posted an FUSD chart and I said that last week's mid-range, okay? So if you look at last week's mid-range, see the mid-range, it hadn't capped it. That's one aspect of it. So go to the weekly chart. See that kind of behavior. So listen, you know what, I'm not going to go on because sometimes it's not a timing. It's not. No, I don't see it inappropriate. I think it's completely fine. You say how you want it. It's just reality, isn't it? Inappropriate is something saying something that's not right and it's not reality. But if it's something that's just reality, well, it's inappropriate to you because you can't accept reality. You can't do it. But those that could, well, this is it. Okay, so that, see that there? Last week's mid-range, bang on. Okay, so that's why I posted. I think I posted it publicly. I thought Bitcoin and ETH would do it at the same time, but now that ETH has done it, that gave me the confidence in Bitcoin as well, and it turned. Now that is also a range level on this chart. So see now you're getting in the habit of changing the range level. If you're new, you're thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? Yes, that's how you're supposed to think. Why? Because you just started. Whereas those here, they get it. So what does that mean? You gotta go do the work. I will not repeat it. You will have to do the work because that's if you want to get it, and then you'll get it. Otherwise, you're lazy. That range level there. Now it could go up here. So there's two options. One, you can take the short based on invalidation. Okay, small size. You can let it go up to there, but hard stop there, target there. And if it comes into here, reclaims and holds, you want to cut it. Okay? And then the trigger plan, a high probability to run, well, we've got this. Well, that's the, here. See, this is why sometimes a bit tired realization, but once I get going, fucking hell. Actually, that's why you can see I enjoy it. It's not like forced. I just go off on one. And then the fucking bunged up nose goes, the voice comes back. See, that's why if you do something you like, you can't fake it, but it sort of makes you better because your body's enjoying, your mind's enjoying it. When your mind's enjoying it, your mind's release those hormones, your whole body feels better, relaxed. It actually heals you. It's weird. Doing something you enjoy, like working out. You don't like it at first, but when you start doing it, now I feel better. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go again. But before, my back's hurting, muscle. Get going, boom. Lift up, put all the plates on at one point. I'm thinking, shit, okay, I pushed it a bit farther. And then you just back off and say, it's only a joke. But anyways, there, target, target, target. Okay? So you accept the fact this is a smaller range. Okay? Here, that's a range because see, technically that's a deviation, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's a deviation. Okay, no problem. Get below here. Smack it. Target 1, target 2. Because we're expecting lower prices, we anticipate down. But if it comes into here and bouncing, cut it. And then you can either look for something there or break this range level towards there and then 1400. You get the picture, okay? So I'm in Bitcoin. If it stops us, no problem. But going back to the original F chart, because this is why I have to go through a couple to get to the main one. So the main one I'm looking at, obviously, because these are the macro range, bigger time frame, swing, medium term, call it, is this. So scenario one for this is if you want to compound onto Bitcoin, but if this unfolds, then most likely we'll have Bitcoin will be ready. If you're full risk in Bitcoin, don't be doing ETH at the same time, or split your risk. Do half on ETH or half on Bitcoin, or choose one or the other. Because then it's a double trading and double risk. They're both correlated pairs, so you're taking twice the risk. So I'm just going to do the ETH, okay, and then I'm going to go into FX. I margin trade. I'm going to look at 10 different alts because I'm going to do the rest. We'll do alts another time, and you can apply these teachings to your alts. Okay, so if we do alts, well, take the teaching to do alts, but there's a tower place there, minimum. Okay, either if it does this, and then it starts breaking down, you're gonna take the trigger, target 1. It's still key support. You don't remember. If it bounces, cut it. If it gets below, okay, target 2, target 3. Mid range is what I'm looking for ideally. Now, does it have to bottom at mid range? No, it can go lower, but mid range is an area for a big reaction point. Whether it's like this and then lower, or whether it's straight through, you're more likely gonna get some sort of reaction. Okay, so that's why you gotta take profit. So I don't know if it's gonna be the bottom, but what I do know is it gives you a reaction point, and also I do know how can I get on board. So okay, if it bounces, I'm okay taking my profit. Once it gets back below, you get back in. See that stress relieved. You don't need to worry about at the time I'm saying that, a lot of people, oh shit, man, do I hold it or not? No, I've given you the rules to. You don't need to think, can I hold it? There's no. You've limited yourself to one thing by saying, what did I get out or not? No, you can trim some off, knowing they can get back in, or if you bounces, cut the whole thing. That's fine. They can get back in as if you never got out then, or take that little bit of missing the move, have the peace of mind you call all of that, and getting in. What are you complaining for? No, people complain because my entry on the chart looked like here, and now it looked like there. No, you banked that, so that's why it's looking like that. But at the same time, looking like here, you took all this drawdown and stress. You fucking muppet. What's wrong with you? That's it. Done. Yeah, you can try. That's up to you which ones you're gonna take. There's just I can't look at too many. But yeah, that's that. So this part. So think about it. This phase here. So we got this phase there. I think, oh, this could go there. Oh, your mom's tits. There. There. I mean, it looks like a spike here for now. But then there's the broker, so it's distributed. How far he wants to go, only God knows. But what we do know is, if you want to catch the trending move, this is the deviation part, so you don't need to worry, okay? Because the next place should be, I mean, at least towards here, and then here, okay? But this next leg, because it's broken the consolidation look wonky sometimes. It's not just like this. It could be like a box thing. If you want to avoid the risk of, okay, this could be completely wrong and shoots all the way up. Okay, we accept that as well. That's why the risk is in place. We don't know. But as long as this is capping the market, I would assume lower price based on the dollar index, etc., etc. The setups have to say, oh wait, let's get back. That's the trending move then, and then that's the high probability move. There's the deviation. There's your risk. Just the effort is the waiting. Target. Done. Is that making sense? Does that make sense? Whether it is or not a bear market rally, I mean, we start off believing it's a bear market rally for reasons obvious, and sometimes it can evolve into something. So if you took the long, say, based on bear market rally, and say it wasn't, well, you made money, your aim is to make money, so what? If it ends up evolving into a bottom, you made money, isn't it? That's it. So these are the facts, okay? Yeah, okay, so that's it. So be open to, okay, we could be wrong, okay? The moment you start feeling that you won't accept another possibility is because you're risking too much, okay? You may be risking too much, and that's why you're not fluid in changing, okay? Don't risk. If you keep your risk intact, okay? So if you take a loss, that's fine, like a flip. Then let the process, that same percentage risk you're using, will naturally go your account anyway, because you're fluid, you change when you have to, and then only at that point will you not be always marrying a bias, okay? You'll change it. You just give in. Don't think about the money now, just do process, do fixed small risk, and once you start seeing, hang on, it's working, then why would you're naturally not going to want to step outside the parameters of what's working, okay? So do what's working, even if you're not making nothing, because once you internalize it by the forward testing, the practical part, then your heart and mind will accept it, it's reality, and then you'll do it naturally. That's why I say do backtesting. You don't see it, but that's internalizing it, your own, subconsciously you want to do it. That is only achieved through doing it, okay? That's that there, nothing more to say. Clear? Done. That's more or less FX, crypto covered for now. Is everybody clear with the Bitcoin F plan before I do the rest? Well, if it helps you, hang on. I trade FX, I trade 8 different currencies across 20. Well, you can do more than me. I don't know how you do 8. I mean, if you can, that's fine. Happy days. I mean, it depends. I mean, if you got your way of doing it, that's fine. I can't. I've traded very few, and I do rotate if something's not moving to the other. That's all I can say. That's more or less it. Back to bear market rally. I mean, because your view is set macro-wise to think it's still a bear market, bigger picture. So any bounce is a bear market rally. Point being is it doesn't matter if it actually is or not. You're still trading your setup, aren't you? Right? Take care, mate. You're still trading your setup regardless. But whether it is or not, is that going to affect you? Call it bear market rally. Call it a penguin rally. Who cares? You're still trading your setup, your target, up, down, regardless. Okay? Or don't think about it. Focus on your setup. Before you know it, you've traded a bull market, bear market, consolidation just by following your plan and not even knowing what labeling is. While others are arguing over terminology, you're sat here like a chud making money, banging their misses because they're not making money. So they're looking at you saying, who's this guy? Let me DM him, go to his place. You go to them, she goes to you, you don't go to her. And you carry on doing your thing, being calm, alpha, stoic. And they're still bitching about that trade, and he's not realised she's at his place for 3 weeks. And he's still on Twitter all day and night arguing with the incel. See what I mean? So, win-win. At the same time, the guy that he then starts at you, he's not realising his missus is with you. See what I mean? There you go. If that's not motivation enough for you to do this, I don't know what is. Okay, so everybody clear? Man, you cheeky fuck, I knew you'd pipe up. I thought he was listening. The moment I mentioned that, he pipes up. I know that's you. Okay? You're laughing because you're probably doing it now. Okay, does that make sense? Right, now sometimes I haven't done a live session in ages, and then, you know, it just all comes out at once. You know what I mean? But yes, and I am limited on time, so I have to. I could go on hours right now. If it wasn't for the fucking flight, I'd go on hours. I have to get ready now, resume through this. So we'll resume another time. Sometimes too much of one thing ruins it. So there's a balance to everything. So I'm gonna do Aussie dollar because we're in that, and then I'm gonna do the rest. So please don't share these things. I mean, I know I haven't stopped recording. The reason why I stopped, there's some idiots here, right? I go, yo, this clip, right? And then he'll take out that clip and go, fam, these are for you guys, private, man. I don't talk about certain things public. Take it as a compliment that it's just for you guys. I say certain things. You know what I mean? Don't share that, man. But some are just weird, man. I don't know. But it's private. If you're recording for it private, thank God there's a legend here. You should record them. Be safe with me, but don't share them, please. Okay, but even it doesn't make a difference. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so that's why I took some profit and some break even in case it bounces. Let's see what happens from here. I'm gonna go back to dollar index because this is still key support. It could bounce, it may go lower, so I've taken something off. Stops are flat. We start with dollar index. Now dollar index is breaking out, so we have reason to believe, for now until proven otherwise, that Bitcoin should carry on. Lower, even if it's not moving now, because the trend ultimately, when the dollar goes up, the rest, follow, don't they? Now sometimes certain pairs may lag a bit, but in general they do. Yeah, okay, you go through phase rates now because that's some short term, something's going on, but we gotta go with the general. So for now, we have no reason to believe otherwise. I mean, for the short term, day trading, we should stay above here. So invalidation, I should have day trading. Now for more of a medium term view, we still remain short term bullish dollar index until this low gives in. This is the macro key level, okay? And the reason why I say that is because there's every opportunity we could do this, and then go up, and then do that as well. So keep in mind, just because it goes down here does not mean bigger picture goes down. I mean, or medium term picture. It just means short term. So for now, we'll go to the dollar chart in a minute. I mean, it's reaching a time of day. I probably won't be able to take more. So by default, that would be a long. I cut it below here, and then I'll wait. Below here, and I'll wait. So it should resume to mid range, and then there. Now we're zooming in now for trigger. Let's zoom in, and then we're going to take the, I'm already in a trade, so I'm not going to be taking anything because I'm breaching my risk. Okay, even if it is a valid setup. So this is where the discipline comes in. This setup, that setup, I know. There's loads of setups, but what's the most important thing that you're in control of? Your risk. That's the only thing you can control. You can do your plan perfect, be patient. You can still be wrong. But what you can control is your risk, and that is what's going to make you survive and do this as a career. So, yeah, on its own merit, we've got that around here. So, one is an entry based invalidation, and then cut it below here, and that's fine. Target. The other is you can do small and then wait for the pullback, and then once it reclaims, this is for a tighter stop and add more risk. Okay, and then that's separate, and that's what it is. So how is that reflected onto the majors, FX majors? Well, we got the Aussie already. Gold worked out beautifully. Did anybody have gold? Look at all that. That's a beautiful trade. I've started trading your risk. I don't know what's going to happen here because it's key support. Based on what I'm seeing on the dollar index, we should go lower then. So that would mean fresh trades. Or if you did get on board, phase 2, because if the dollar is suggesting it's still going to continue, that means this should have more downside. So that would open the gates towards 20-hour low. Why? Because this is our range. And if it goes below here, well, target 1 here, because that's the high that caused that low, and target 2 there. And that's if things remain. Now, so, what we gotta, it's a bit tricky, see, gold's a bit tricky. It's not the best example. One is, okay, if it rallies up, for some reason, sometimes gold can have a spike out of nowhere. Just be prepared for it. And then if they remain, the rest are still pointing down, and then break back below, and they can go for trigger, target, okay? As if it does a rally, because then that would be like this, wouldn't it? So that'd be fine. Would I call for? No, I don't like to, if I've got a good reason to believe the direction the movie's on, I don't like taking counters unless it's clear. Me personally, I just trade something else. But that's just me personally. It's my weakness, and I'm okay. I don't have to be a master at everything, but I'm a master at what I do, and that's all I need. Now for a trend continuation, lower down. So what we do, we've got this and this key level. So the easy play will be trend continuation, lower rally. Now I personally prefer lower down like this. Okay, just with gold, I don't know why gold. I always get fucked up on gold, short-term trading. Gold's got weird price. Each market has its own sort of nuance. One second. Okay. So gold, yeah. For me, gold, see, price action, the same pattern isn't the same on every single asset you trade. It varies. Okay? Gold is a bit weird for me. You only understand that when you actually trade it. So, and it's not meant to be the same in general, but some pairs are more spiky, this, that, the other. I accept the fact, listen, I'm not good at this. So I do have to trade it? No, I'll go into something that doesn't make sense to me. And that's how you should be with your own trading as well. But anyways, back to my point being, do I see a clean setup? I'm okay to admit not the cleanest, but my clean setup would actually be lower down trigger. So I know that. See that there? So this could like range for a bit there, just like here. So in this case, it went up. In this case, like this. Now that is my setup. That's what I see clearly. I played it many times. I have more confidence in that, and that's perfectly fine. You need to make money. So I'm happy to play this, in this case, towards ZS target. If it bounces, cut it. And then if it reclaims back below, I'll play this leg towards there. And that's the legs I'm waiting for. So if you want that, you want that. And that's all I can say for this, because that's all I know for this one. And golds, I mean, it is what it is. Now for Euro USD, so I won't be probably be, I don't know. If I'm focused on one thing, I won't be taking too many. Well, those setups from previously were still there. Actually, I think I'm still in. At the same time, I don't log into my account. And I've got position in because unless I have to change it, I log in. But I do have it in the background, but I don't. Yeah, that's still that same setup as before. It's still there. So if you took it, happy days. Now, oh shit, what do we do now? Is the question. Okay, so we're approaching key support, so it should take some off. So I didn't have to pause Euro USD. Again, it was still there. If you've been watching the reviews only. So for those that are watching now, you'll know to watch it. So we could get a bounce here because that high there. Now, what we're going to be looking for now is if it is going to break out based on the dollar index breaking out, there is a setup, trigger, target. I'm possibly targeting, but towards here, fill that in towards there. That's what I'll be waiting for now. Because I don't want to be shorting support now, but short support become resistance though. Okay? And that's what I want to say on that. Because sometimes too many cooks spoil the broth. So, I don't know why I said that. The same setup here before. That worked out nicely as well. So I haven't played all of these. I've still got that swing move in, a bit of it. But it's approaching target now. Now, what if it falls lower based on our view in the dollar? What if soon the dollar move is going to smack all the way back down? That's fine. If as long as we maintain, until proven otherwise, we hold it. But if the market proves to us it's going to change, we change with it. So what do we do? Now, this is approaching support boundary. If that support boundary breaks, we enter a new range. So lower prices. It's a bit late for now. I just wait on this pair. The only other way is if somehow it does a spike up and hasn't hit. It hasn't hit our target. Okay. Someone could ask me about arrogance. Yes, I mean arrogant if in the sense where it can be good as well. I don't mean like a prick. Okay. I mean you're a bum in life. You don't do nothing, but you feel entitled. I mean arrogance in the sense where you feel like you can do anything. But that's a psychological thing. Okay. In that sense. Doesn't mean you're fucking arrogant, but you don't fucking do shit or to prove it. Arrogance in the sense where you feel like you can do anything just to keep you doing it. Okay? And that's what I mean. There. And then back below. And then I'm okay with that. Okay? Cutting clean break above, trigger towards there. And that's the boundary. If it goes further, fine. That's there. Self-delusion to an extent. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking say I'm gonna become world champion boxer or I'm gonna be the fastest man in the world if I do it. No, you gotta within boundaries. I mean, or say that if I work at it, I'm gonna become. No, within boundaries, obviously, you gotta be realistic as well, but do it in the area you're good at, or whatever. Okay, because some people take it too far, like, you know. No, I won't be a genius. You can't, man. Some people are just naturally born like autistic geniuses. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna match someone that's gonna fucking got a photographic memory. If I work hard, I'll get this guy's just naturally got it, man. He's just he doesn't know what he's doing. He just fucking does it. That's just difference, you know. And realism as well. And that's part of being mature and balanced. So this is the next phase of a cable. Okay. So the next phase of cable. This was the using the range levels. So what I've got here is November's range. Now I've still got, is it November's range? Maybe it's a different one, but monthly range. Now I haven't updated that, but these are working fine for now. So this could come here, and we're playing this range essentially. Now if the dollar index is going to carry on higher, okay. So David Goggins, use psychological books, but I like David Goggins. He's a monster, he is. But it's that mindset. And once you get there, yeah, I think it's a bit too extreme. You don't even have to be to that. Just enough for yourself. There, and then towards there. So it breaks down holes, then towards there, and then there. So that's the next setup if it happens. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear? And somebody did ask me about Euro Aussie, so I forgot, mate. I mean, the reason why I haven't looked much at Euro Aussie is because I repeated this before. It was clear to me at one point, or I had a plan anticipated, and then market said it's doing something. Yeah, see, I don't know, Euro Aussie. Right now, if the dollar index is trending, I sort of stay away from cross pairs because they start ranging. So if the euro's trending, Aussie's ranging, that's why. But if there's some fundamental factor going on, stronger than the other, then it trends. So for now, I'm usually risk off because Aussie used to fall hard. But for these days, I mean, because of the central bank monetary policy shifts all over the place, it's not the same as it was before. You know what I mean? But, you know, the cycles go to this, so you got to adapt. That's fine. And then it goes to this cycle, that cycle of whatever. So, yeah, it was ready, but I personally, I'd leave for now. You may go, but if I'm not seeing that you're not confident, there's no point convincing yourself you are. Does that make sense? There's a time and place. So when it is ready, then we'll go for it. Trade something else. But really, the view I had before, that's why I've left it. I don't have that confidence anymore. So I'll come back to this. But if you did do something like this, right down and then back up, then okay. Then I've got something to work with. Right now, I don't know. Okay? So that's the reason why. Dollar yen. Now, I don't know if I want to be in dollar yen because too many going on. Okay, that's going off. Yeah, so that trigger, I got it on. I had that small position in I spoke to you about. I don't have anything big in. Okay? I've got a third of a size from before, which I've talked about. Remember, entry-based invalidation. I've still got that one. But if you watch the reviews and you wait for this, you're in this move right now, aren't you? We got this deviation, trigger, invalidation. You put a break even now. So if you're watching it, you're in. Well done. It's approaching first target now as well. So yeah, you can trim it beforehand. Well done if you took this. This is beautiful play, wasn't it? I'm quite happy about this. I mean, I've been in small, but I'm still happy with that because I followed my plan. I chose to get the invalidation because I was focused on other pairs. I can't do too many at once and be fine with that as well. Is everyone clear with that? So yeah, there's nothing much else to say other than there and then there, and then we'll see what happens. Okay? I'll plan calls right now. I don't know. We're going to go up with this big resistance. We'll plan ahead because dollar yen can be a funny one. But if it does this, and then reclaims, then possibly there. Because this is big level here. So this could be down or it's going to go up. But the main play is done. We'll come back when it's clear again. But you may want to leave a portion in case the dollar is going to carry on. There's not much else to say that. Finally, I'm going to do ES. Then I have to go. I have to go then. But there's enough to carry on with. Everybody clear with today's plans? Is everybody happy with the setups so far? Making sense? It's all about the making sense part. That's the part of the reason. Otherwise, it's post charts here. It's not about that. It's about making sense. That's how you learn. That's more valuable than taking a trade. Because then you get the skill set to do it yourself. Okay, let me see which got ES. You see ES? 1 second. ES. I don't know, man. That's why I haven't talked very much. It's 1 minute it's clear, the other minute look, but the reason why you can tell. So what I would say for ES, let me clean the chart up there. That's like a relief. When someone look at a chart, it's just clean and then boom, it's gone. So what I would say, there. Now this is the easy. This is the clearest setup I can actually see for now. I mean, look at what we can do with this. I'm not trading within this chop. My style is different. I don't need to. It's the distribution, but if it's going to be distribution, it's this phase. If we're going to go lower, we're in this phase. And then once you move, then it's easier in the middle of somewhere, right? Or just wait. Once you broke an entry-based invalidation, you put all this. Instead of sitting through that. So, if correct, I'll be waiting for this. Less stressful. I let the others get chopped up, stopped up around 50 times. I lose everything, and then while you're waiting, you think, what the fuck is he doing? And then his missus coming down, and then we got a screen recorder from him watching. What the fuck is your husband doing? What a pussy you got with him. He's getting chopped up here. He doesn't know what he's doing. I'm chilling. I'll say, yo, I'll smash you while we wait for it to trend. And as soon as he trends, move, bitch. I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna catch this, and then that's it. And then he's not got enough money to play this. Because he's liquidated and I played it and I've chilled. Does that make sense? And a fucked up analogy, but sometimes you get these fucked up analogies. Okay? Makes sense in my sick head. So that's target 1, target 2, and we're done. Clear? Crystal? That's what I'm waiting for. As for anything else, there's, I don't know, with this pair, because any option on silver, we'll go back to silver. I mean, silver and gold are a bit weird at the moment. I mean, gold, is weird in the sense that it's not clean. The other option on this is this one. mean, this could always be a deviation area, okay? And we spoke about this there being hit. So, like this, that's small deviation, this. The other option is possibly the long setup, which would probably be, I mean, if I'm going to go for that, we're going to have this marked up. I mean, for now, things are suggesting lower, but we have to be open to it. Would be, we don't have to take it if it's not clean. That's the thing for me. I probably won't because it's not clean. But when it is clear, I will. But possibly if it does that and holds above, then be quick to exit. Okay, if wrong. But okay, take the long, you get clean validation. Target 1, target 2, and target 3. And then you're going to wait if it's going to deviate or not. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen there. Because this could carry on going up. This could be the breakout. But if after that it does this, then that's a big player in my opinion. That's a huge motherfucker player. I think that could be a, well, well, you can't convince yourself that from there it's going to make new lows. All you can say is it's come back towards range lows there, in my opinion. Well, not my opinion, but that's the system saying that normally. Drop, and then you're going to go for here, target 1, and then target 2 there. Target 1, target 2. And that, what is that? Ping pong till you're wrong. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear with that? Pretty straightforward if you think about it like that. One is if it breaks down, trigger, or the other breakdown after the rally. Use IG, I've got an IG broker account as well. Yeah, I use different ones for different things. That's that there. So that's more or less it for this pair. That's it. Sometimes don't overthink it. If this is the only, you know, one of the biggest things, probably the most impactful thing, and what changed, because sometimes, you know, your P&Ls like this, like this up, yeah, equity code, and then it's like this, and then boom, like that. And you think, what the fuck? And then up, and then boom. I'm like yo-yoing. You find the plan there. Do you know what that is? It's because, and what I did was, I had that up. It's like a chart. I did chart it, and I looked at the phases of that. It was when, I mean, say like this, these phases. It was when I followed my plan, and I did well. And then at that moment, I'm trying to be a hero within here. And then I'm holding it, cut out. So you start off by convincing, it's only one little loss. And then you start, you know, I'm going to size up on this one. And market's chopping you up, he squeeze you. And you give it all back. And then you wait. You say, fuck this, man. And then you wait. Here's it. It finally breaks down, follows the plan, short trigger, there. And you make it back. And then you realize, and then you did the same thing again. And that same thing again, that second time, it could liquidate you. Does that make sense? You stop it to me, not liquidate me, but big forward drawdowns. It happens to you. I know you, because I know it happens to you because it happened to me. It's everybody happens to you, but you're still gonna do it if you feel like you're doing it. Either in this phase, or what I did. Oh, come here. I know you can't stop doing it. I mean, you should, but if you got a reason to enter, either have a separate small account and play small size to get that itch out your system, or just really small size, because, you know, tell yourself, okay, if I am correct on the idea, then I've always got that breakout set up to play there. That's when I'll size up, or that's when I'll size up. But in the meantime, if I can't control myself from getting in, do small size, really small, impact was it won't make a difference. Okay, I mean, that's a small, or have a separate fuck about account, or paper trade it, just to keep you from, you know, whatever addiction you've got. But then you know that, okay, I'm allowed to size up. I've already size up once it breaks out. So that way you sort of like tackle the problem, and you're not gonna get off straight away. It's like a drug addict, isn't it? You wean off it or whatever. Just distract yourself by doing smaller there. Does that make sense? Or shit post or whatever. That's why my shit posting goes up. You know what I'm doing? It's because of that. But when I'm zoned in, you probably won't hear from me for hours. That's what I'm doing. You know, sometimes I just completely go off radar. I'm focused, but I mean, I don't care about anything else. If I've got fucking hundreds of thousands million on the line, you guys are fuck. I mean, not you guys, no disrespect, but I'm fucking doing this. I've already given the plans. Not as if you're missing out, but I'm just watching carefully. Okay, that's what you should be doing as well, because you've already got the plan set. So what the fuck are you doing shit posting? If I'm not shit posting, what are you doing shit posting? You see what I mean? Even I'm taking it serious, but when the time comes, I'll fucking take the piss out of everybody. Yesterday, some doctor online, and now she is stupid. With all due respect, right? No, I'm not gonna say it, man. Okay. Female views in certain things are too emotional. Men views are rational. Okay, that's no disrespect, that's natural. And female views and other things are the right ones. Men's views, we don't get it. Okay, that's balance, isn't it? So yeah, she's saying, "Love this." I shut the fuck up, man. She's there. I bet you this is the context. She's at home on the sofa, fucking got her husband to either cook or order, and she's talking about love. And her husband's thinking, "You're giving advice on what love is, this, that, the other." What the fuck are you doing at home? I'm gonna kick you out. And you're just texting what this is, and this is the content, isn't it? I'm like, you're mad. I start taking a piss. Is that all sorts of you be vulnerable? Tell a man to be vulnerable. What, you look like a pussy. A man is not supposed to be. If you're a woman here, right? If you see a man crying, you say, "Oh, he's letting out his emotion," or he's saying, "You fucking pussy." Like, yeah, it's okay, but fucking hell. I'm the one that's supposed to be doing it, not you. You know what I mean? Okay, if your mum dies or whatever, okay. But fucking hell, man. I lost my job crying. Like, yo, you're the one that's supposed to be providing and now you're crying. Yo, let me join SZ's group here. Let me DM him. Fuck you. Joke. But you see my point, don't you? So giving a man that advice, and that's just, I don't need to be a psychologist for that. It's just fucking nature. Fucking hell. And this is why you've got male feminists. You know what I mean? You got the types here where you got people like her giving shitty advice, and then the wife cheating because the man's become a pussy, and then somehow if she cheats, she says, "This is your fault, I cheated. Go get me a towel, get a towel for him, yeah, while he rubs himself off after smashing me, and you're in the wrong." You know what I mean? And he goes, okay, I'm in the wrong, I understand. And then they go for round 2 while he's getting the towel. You see what I mean? That's the sort of fucking advice it leads to. But anyways, I'm not complaining. Carry on. Does me favours. But anyways, you see the point, don't you? So there's a time and place, and this society's conditioned people to loads of followers, some tags under their name, but it's nature tells you that's stupid advice. You don't need to listen to that. You know what I mean? And then you got guys there saying, "Why are you commenting there? That's such amazing advice." I go, shut the fuck up, man. Psychologist said, yeah, but then such a shitty job. They come into fucking here, and then one down a trade. But that's the more or less point. But again, it's fucking sidetracked, aren't I? I've joined expecting crypto, but get as a rant instead. Yeah, I think the rants. I get too sidetracked. I'm gonna start another group, a rant group. Okay, fuck that, man. Fuck trading. I'm gonna start a rant group. I won't miss it. It's at 5:30. I'll get the. As long as I'm not. Oh shit! No, I gotta get ready. Okay, Silver. I gotta shoot. Sorry, because this is gonna render because it's so big. Okay, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's you know what, Silver will come back to it. Everybody, one last thing. Does everybody know? Maybe we do Twitter. No, I won't do Twitter Spaces. I'll just say it for you guys. Certain shit I don't like talking publicly. Not everybody understands. I mean, just something common sense. Like, this is no disrespect to anybody else's culture here, yeah. But this is the point I'm making, and the reason why I'm not saying my culture or this culture is better at certain thing. It's just fucking nature, and and if I say something, it's evidence based. For example, saying something about parenting, right? If you can have a kid, right, then obviously, I mean, a man's role is different to a woman's role. If say, oh, you have to say, I'm like, no, the man's gotta go fucking. The traditional way is he goes, earns. She looks after the kids. That doesn't mean she can't work, but you can work within the thingy bob. But it's because a woman. There's a reason why a woman can give birth and a man can't. A woman's nature is different, we go to her mom and say she knows how to. A man can't just sit there with a kid all day. You can't. It's just the nature's different. Gotta sit for a bit, do whatever you gotta do, and then you gotta go work. That's how it is. It's nature. So my point was, usually I don't think women. I mean, usually even non-people in that culture. They prefer to stay at home, be a mom. That's not a bad thing. It's probably a harder job than a man's, but that's somehow looked down upon. And the reason why I say that is, if you look at statistics, right, those cultures that were you got a proper family, obviously traditional family, and the mother looks after those kids. They grow up to be respecting their families better. Have you noticed? Like, you'd be a fuck about, but you know what? Shit, I can't even from a parent, man. You know what I mean? You respect your family because they've raised you. You're in their presence. You learn their habits, and the elders and stuff. But those raised by like nannies and stuff, they'll go on saying, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad. And then, you know, kicked out of the house at 18, yeah? And then grow up, yeah, I'm going to move this, that, the other. Yeah, mind you never see their parents to go home. But you see how it is, it's the upbringing. And that was normal throughout the world, west, east, whatever. And then one fucking, I don't know if I think the guy's got a vagina or something, man. He goes, so you're saying, yeah, we give women the rights, yeah, be what you want, bring a kid in, but then go to work. I go, okay, go to work, where's the right for the kid? You know what I mean? That's a baby there. So you're bringing a kid in, I'm not going to look after it, I'm going to go work. What the fuck? That is, you see what I mean? But this is an eyeful that was like, what? That's something, doesn't need explaining. But yeah, for some reason, that was, but that point I deleted it. I go, there's no point talking to a brick wall. They don't get it. So that's why I deleted it all. It's something basic. Silver, what are you saying on silver cultures? But my point, it's not just, no, there's loads of people in the white community, Asian community, they agree with me. It's not that it's normal throughout the world. It's just recently, parts of the world, things have changed. And those parts of the world have the biggest family breakups. You look at China, they go, every part, normal, it's not about culture. This is not a cultural thing. It's biology. But if you call it culture, it's biology. And you got it's this new movement thing that's fucking things up. Anyways, I gotta go now. Take care. Bye-bye.